In a world filled with dietary information overload, we often find ourselves lost in a maze of conflicting advice. What truly defines a healthy diet? Well, we were interested in finding out, so we spoke to Nicole Osinga, registered dietitian, to unravel the surprisingly simple mysteries of healthy eating and practical ways to make healthier choices. So let's dive right in and meet Nicole.
My name is Nicole Osinga. I'm a registered dietitian and I'm an instructor for a course in the plant-based nutrition certificate out of the University of Guelph. I see a lot of confused people, and it makes it really hard when all these contradicting notions are out there and we just feel like we don't know what to do to eat healthy anymore. There's always going to be a story in the media and people are so interested in health and nutrition, which is great. But I think there's a lot of stories trying to make headlines and then all of a sudden it's this is good, this is bad, right? So I think always looking at these things with a grain of salt is super important. What we've seen in the research is that a predominantly plant-based diet is the healthiest diet for us, along with the components of, lots of healthy fats, good quality protein, etc. But we know plants are so rich in micronutrients, so many different compounds that, compounds that we haven't even discovered yet that have been beneficial to human health. And I always say to people that there's essential nutrients, there's not essential foods. You need calcium, but you can get your calcium in so many different ways, right? There's definitely concerns, I think, with our current dietary pattern. And again, I think sometimes we just have to bring it back to basics. I think, big challenges I see with people's diets is that I think we're turning to ultra processed foods too often. I don't think we're cooking enough. I think our average diet probably is lacking in a number of key micronutrients. I've read research on, for example, like we're often not getting enough iron in our diet. We're often not getting, calcium is another one as well. Or even those healthy omega-3 fats, that's a nutrient that's often lacking too. And I think a lot of these things, again, can be solved by cooking with our own hands more often, doing some meal planning, trying to get those 5 servings of fruits and veg a day is super important. I think we know certain types of cancers like colorectal cancer, very much diet related and lifestyle related. Other cancers too, breast cancers do have some dietary linkages there too. And then again, cardiovascular disease, definitely genetic too, but then also hugely lifestyle related. 90% of the serotonin production that we produce is from our gut or produced in our gut, right? So I think that's just like the writings on the wall there that, literally this chemical that plays a role in our mood and so many things is produced in our gut. So that's where food is being broken down. So we need to look at what we're eating, in relation to mental health. We need to harness the power, I think, of food and nutrients a bit more. So it's really important to kind of see what motivates people, and then let's tie this back to, okay, how can we change our lifestyle to really kind of, help us in the future. These small kind of checkpoints are good to sort of make for ourselves as well. Like, for example, are we sleeping better? Are we feeling more energized? And again, maybe someone's motivation is to feel, yes, they want to reduce weight because it'll be easier for them to kind of keep up with their kids and play with their kids, for example. But then again, that fatigue that they feel each day, let's measure that, how are we sort of feeling after some dietary changes? So those kind of, small kind of qualitative changes that hopefully will lead to a long-term goal is important to establish as well.